Okay, guys.
All right, we're ready to go.
We're ready.
Tell them I'm not ready yet.
Senior night in Allen Arena as the Bisons win this one over NJIT 81-77. Jonathan and Justin Seaman courtside here in Allen Arena, and we've got the 5 seniors with us. These guys tonight, Justin, got 56 points among them in the first night that they've started for the Bisons this season.
Yeah, it was almost not to be, though, tonight with Lipscomb pulling out the wind at the end, but 56 points from the seniors, and the seniors were just fantastic tonight.
Well, we're going to talk to each of them. We're going to start with Garrison Matthews here. Garrison had his third 30-point-plus game, season high tonight, 32, 10 in your career, and I'm telling you, it took every one of them to win this game here tonight.
Yeah, I was just fortunate to knock some down. I mean, when you got guys like this where they have to pay so much attention to them, and it's easy to get me open looks, but I appreciate them, and I appreciate everybody else on my team for helping me, and it's a great feeling.
There was a point there in the second half, it looked like you said, this is my game. I'm going to put them on my back.
Well, I've been struggling the past few games. It's no secret that I haven't been able to shoot as well, so, I mean, I just had to get a little bit of confidence under me, and so far I was just able to knock some down.
Well, Rob Marbury. Rob, maybe not the big scoring night like you had in New Jersey, but I'm telling you, you had a battle down low tonight.
Yeah, I did. They're 2 really physical posts, really strong, athletic guys that know how to move their body well. So had a challenge down there for the whole game. Me and Hassan did, and Eli when he was 5. I was fortunate for these guys that get in the lanes and get them in foul trouble a little bit, so they kind of eased up on me.
Well, Justin, Matt Rose likes to play NJIT.
Yeah, I think so. 9 threes in the 2 games this year against NJIT. What was it tonight getting the start, just the final game here in Allen Arena, regular season?
Yeah, I mean, nothing really different. It's the same mentality when you come in, and I was just excited to be in the starting lineup and just went in there with a lot of confidence and was able to knock some down.
Well, you put it in the book here tonight. You've been doing that in your Bison career, and that's great.
Thank you.
Eli, we got to order some new rims and backboard. I really thought that one was coming down at the end of the half down here at this north end of the arena.
Yeah, I got a good pass from Gary on the other end too, but when you got guys like Gary on your team, you got to do all you can do. You don't get the ball very much, but when you do, you got to score it.
When you get it, you got to put it in, don't you? Yeah. Well, Nathan, you didn't score tonight, got some big assists, but I'm telling you what, you've had a great career, and I know coming back and playing this 5th year with these guys has got to be special.
Oh yeah, it's been great. I mean, when you get to play with these guys, it's absolutely incredible.
Gary.
So, and Gary especially. I mean, 32 points, saved us at the end. So, it's huge.
You know, you guys have so much play and fun together. Is it like this off the court all the time?
Yes. Yes. And on the court. So.
What's it going to be like when your career's over here?
Captain.
Give it to the captain.
I mean, obviously we're going to miss this group of guys, but I know a lot of us, like myself, I'm staying around in Nashville, so I'm going to be here hanging with everybody. But, I mean, we have a really, really special bond, and we'll miss each other a lot, I know.
Well, Rob, it comes down to Friday night. Got to go down to Florence. We get to play a Central Time game against an ASUN opponent, stay in the same time zone, but that's going to be a big one on Friday night against North Alabama.
Yeah, they're good. Really athletic. The 3 guards are really, really good offensively. So we're going to have to come to play at their place. They played really well so far at home, at their own place. So we're going to have to bring it to them and show them what we got.
You know, Garrison, there's still a lot of basketball to be played, not just Friday night, but then that's when it all begins. ASUN Madness next week.
Yeah, we've been in a little bit of a lull over the past week or 2, and it's time to turn the page when the tournament comes, so it'll be exciting. All
right, congratulations to all 5 of you. You've done a great job representing the university. Been a great senior night for them, right, Justin?
Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate the guys here, the seniors. Garrison Matthews, Nathan Moran, Rob Marbury, and, of course, Matt Rose is joining us now. Will be head coach Casey Alexander stepping in. And, Coach, when you look down the stat sheet and you see the team shot 68% against you in the second half, it's a good thing you hit all those threes early on in this one.
Yeah, made all the threes early, and then Gary carried us the last 5 minutes. And all the in-between was a little bit of a struggle. To give them a lot of credit. They made a lot of shots. We had some good possessions second half. Where they're making shots at the end of the shot clock, 2 in a row, that I thought we guarded as well as we could, and the shots were contested, but that was 5 points right there. So it's the way a game goes. I'm happy to win it.
Thought this was a game, too, where both teams were kind of scoring there each in the final 5 minutes or so. It was kind of which team was going to get that critical stop, and had a couple of critical stops.
Did we?
Well, there was one with a charge with about 5 minutes to go, which was a pretty critical one. But it was back and forth.
It was too much back and forth. You know, we haven't been in that kind of cycle defensively in a long time where we just, you know, when we needed it and we couldn't get it. And they were getting them, you know, they were making some tough shots, but then they were executing and getting good shots. They were getting to the free throw line. We didn't, you know, they shot more free throws than we usually give up in a half as well. So it was a battle. You know, this time of the year, that's what you should suspect. You know, you don't expect the big lead and then to surrender the lead and then it to go that way. But, you know, walking into the game, you expect it to be a battle to the end when you got two good teams playing at the end of the season.
The play of your team now, getting ready for the final game. This one here, final win at home before we get into the conference next week, and it all goes into ASUN madness. But what do you do going into the game Friday night?
Well, I thought we had a good response coming into this game, you know, and I felt like we didn't necessarily get back to basics, but I thought we were, like, first half, for example, the shots went in, so it made it look pretty. But I also thought defensively we were a lot more solid. We didn't make many mistakes. I felt like we were together. I felt like it looked like our team, the way that we want it to look, you know, and so we just really need to build on that. We've got a good team, and I challenged them in a couple of different half times. You know, I mean, you guys are a good team. You've won a lot of games. You've done some really good things. You know, you need to play with that kind of confidence, regardless of what the score or the momentum feels like. You know, that's the kind of mentality you have to have, and that's the answer to your question for Friday night and beyond. That's the kind of mentality we have to have.
You got to play with confidence. And
no
play
doubt.
hard.
No doubt, yeah. And it's hard. You know, I mean, basketball's a game of runs, and there's so many momentum swings in the game, so it's really hard to keep that, you know, level-headedness that you have to have, regardless of really what the score is. But we should be able to do that. We should do it better than we've done, in my opinion. You know, we're not handling in-game failures very well. You know, we got to figure out a way just to bounce back and play the next possession and, you know, be as good as we can during the next media timeout or whatever the situation calls for.
Well, it can make it a little easier when you got those 5 seniors, though. Those guys have been through a lot of battles, and they came up big again tonight.
How good are they? I mean, it's unbelievable, you know, and they're good in every way. I love those 5 guys. They've been unbelievably good for Lipscomb and everything that we want to reflect Lipscomb, and so I'm proud of them in that way, and then what they've done on the floor speaks for itself. And so it'll be a long time, I think, before we can say goodbye to a group that's as accomplished as that one is. But they've set the bar high, and they've elevated our program, and so now it's up to us to, you know, to keep improving based on what they've done for us.
They represent the university well. They like each other. They have fun together, and that's not always the case when you bring that many seniors together.
No, not at all. You know, I mean, you've got different varieties. You know, you got Nathan, who thought he was finished last year. You got Matt, who thought he was finishing next year. You know, you've got Garrison and Eli, who've been here the whole time. You got Rob, who came in from Western Kentucky. So, you know, it all has to work itself out one way or another, and it's up to them to make that happen. You know, and coaches can try to create culture and try to create togetherness, and but ultimately it's up to those players to create that, and they've done an exceptional job with it.
Well, to decide who's going to be the #1 seed in the conference tournament, you can control part of that with a win on Friday night, and then you got to see how things shake out after that.
Yeah, obviously we have no control of what the other guys do. We'll learn a lot tomorrow, I think. You know, the seeding picture can be a lot more clear after tomorrow night's games, but you know, there's still 4 more games to play this weekend, and we happen to be one of them, and we're going to a place at UNA where they won a lot of home games, and you know, so our agenda just needs to be to play well and win down there, and we'll let the rest take care of itself.
Well, congratulations on the win tonight as the Bisons win over NJIT. Hard-fought game. They win it 81-77. So we look ahead to what we've got. It's Friday night down at North Alabama. We play within the Central Time Zone. It'll be a 6 o'clock start. You can catch it on ESPN+, and of course, you can keep up with the Bisons at lipscombsports.com.